They want to go in, so they are like, here we are in an adjacent building. We think that somehow we can get to reactor number 4 through the tunnels, either diving under the water. Like there's gotta be a loophole somewhere that will allow us to get into this building.
Okay. I mean, I didn't realize that you could even do what they're doing right now. Like I thought it's still radioactive. To walk around outside the building right now that they're.
Oh, you can visit Chernobyl. Like the guys from Dirty
Dozen. You're fine. You're not going to be like.
Well, no, they give you like a radiation detector. Like there's tours to Chernobyl.
Okay.
Like you can go there. I mean, you're not supposed to do what these guys are doing.
All right, let's go.
That's for sure.
I got to see this.
Yeah, and I talked to Aaron, by the way, from Dirty Dozen, just to get his opinion, and he's like, when you go there, they tell you don't touch anything. Like everything is radioactive still. It's gonna be for like millions of years. Don't mess with this stuff.
Super Suits has special suits. We wonder if we can infiltrate the most secret places no one has ever been. Let's go.
All right, Suze, remember that name, is the Russian Woody.
Let's take a look at this crane. Oh my gosh. Look at it, Max. Oh my, it's huge. Look at its wheels.
Wow. I think that's what they
There's
use
a plate.
to help cap stuff.
Probably.
Look at this place.
It's so long.
I already think they're getting fried.
Oh my
already.
gosh. Are we gonna go there? Just look at it, guys. Oh my gosh.
So that's the Russian Woody on this side.
That's a hell.
With the black hoodie.
Is it okay?
This guy.
It is bent so much. I don't care.
Listen, look.
I'm not.
So, I mean, honestly, what they're doing right now, I'm asking you this question. This isn't a reaction. Nobody knows they're there, and they're sneaking into this open hole that's inside of Chernobyl.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Afraid.
There goes Woody.
I'm scared already.
It's good, dude. This is totally fine.
See?
See?
This ain't easy. It's bad, I see. It's all shaking, dude.
I mean, who would go in there? You don't know what's in there.
I'm really afraid. Guys, that is mad. Sus, what are you doing?
This dude doesn't care.
It's darkness below. It's about 15 meters, guys. Let's go, Alex. Slowly, go there. We're going. They're shaking hard.
It's like bent wood,
What is
and
that?
Suits just
oh my
walks
gosh,
like,
it's so cool. I can't imagine how heavy was this door. That looks weird. It took them a really long time to cut it off. And that 5 tones door smashed loudly then. Anyway, this door was stolen, and the phone too. There's a bulb here. What is that? What do you mean? There's a second door lying here. So they haven't stolen the second door. And there are 4 bearings here around this doorway. Why they didn't take it? Just look at the size. This door has some lubrication still. Nice quality.
I am just...
This is all
That's a hell,
flooded,
guys.
by the way.
Where
Hey,
am I
look,
going?
look. And they're gonna
And
dive
that
on that.
can't
And
be
where we
good,
are
that
going now?
water. Look at it. It's
So
nasty.
that's how we're looking for trouble here. We don't know where we are going. This room is endless, guys. There are giant pipes and vast rooms. Just imagine how much energy they consume. Yeah, very much. I have never seen it in my life. What is there, Sus? Look here. Oh my gosh. There are some bottles. Maybe there's some alcohol.
I wouldn't touch any
Was
of
it
that
vodka or
stuff.
milk? That is kefir or milk. There's a label here. Let's see, is that Ukrainian? That's from Lugansk. But what is that? It's mineral water, Alex. Aha, it's like listen to key number 4. Kiev factory. Look at that. Oh my, it's little 24. I really like its smell. It's very cool.
But again, I'm going to ask this
guy's
question
smelling
again.
like-
I stopped it. This is another question. Is where they are right now, factually, you may not know, radioactive?
Yes.
Walking around, they're getting more radiation
Yeah.
than you're supposed to get in a day.
Yeah. So a lot of a lot of times within their videos, they have radioactive detectors and they're showing it like measuring radioactivity. I just caught all that off because if not, this thing will take an hour.
Potentially getting sicker and sicker right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is for
This guy's
bunkers
like, it
and
smells
military
good.
vehicles. This smells awesome. Better than Chanel.
Taking it?
Let's go.
Better than Chanel, he said.
Are you going? Is it waste from cables?
This is just
Yeah, cable shells.
nasty. Radioactive
Sus, where are you going?
stuff.
Is it a secret tunnel to the force unit? Where are we going?
You going in
Beats
that
me.
secret tunnel?
Let's go, maybe. Guys, we're going to infiltrate the force power
We don't know
unit.
where it's going.
The
They don't
one
know
which
what's going.
exploded. From this fifth one we have just been in.
Let's
It
go.
isn't that long, by the way.
You go first.
Maybe we're close. The tunnel goes farther. Oh my gosh. There is water here. Right, if we should break this wall. Maybe Sus can do it. Come on, Sus.
They're gonna break
We have to find a bypass.
a wall that
The
was
neighbor tunnel is
obviously
blocked as well.
blocked.
There's
It's
another
wet,
tunnel on the
by
left.
the way. The wall is sweating. They're
We'll
like,
try
"Oh,
to
break
dive
it."
through. There's a room up ahead. And in theory, we can get inside of the fourth power unit. Through this corridor. We'll try to see what is there at least. We don't have a diving suit, but I've got a gas mask and suits. So we won't be frozen there. And there's a powerful lantern.
If this was in the U.S., there's no way you're getting anywhere near this building.
No.
Can you imagine the fencing and the protective barriers they would have? You cannot go in and explore the most dangerous nuclear, whatever it was, ever.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around. I mean, the Russians, I don't know. I guess they don't care.
But I don't know if you missed the
There we go.
details, though. He said, starting on this floor is flooded going down. So in order for us to get to reactor number 4, we have to go underwater.
Oh, I heard.
Now, I didn't bring my scuba stuff, but I have a gas mask. That's what he said.
Okay.
What?
I don't know how this is going to unfold.
At least we will know what is there. Let's go. Guys, do you like our idea? Gas mask instead of a scuba. Oh my gosh, do you really want to dive there?
Look at that water.
I can see the pass. Hey, are you gonna go already? What about the suit?
Dude, that water has
Let's
to be.
see. Oh my gosh.
Just
There's another floor under us.
toxic.
Look, a flooded floor. What the hell? So much of water here.
Why?
That's a hell.
Why is there water there? That's another question. Like, did they flood it on purpose, or is that just
Rain,
rainwater pouring in, or what the heck
Well,
is going on?
where they're going is like a basement. It's like floors going down. So they're like, and you'll see it. They'll be like floor -3, and then it goes -6, -9. So it's probably rain over the decades that just keeps flooding it all the way until you get to the surface. I assume.
It's
I don't know.
so sketchy though.
I don't know.
Which the rain filled up.
First of all,
the,
what is up with this
like
dude? He looks
nuclear
like a
wastewater,
fucking
probably that was already there,
troglodyte
all mixed
from
together,
Lord of the
and they're
Rings or
just walking
something.
around.
He
there.
looks like
Yeah, they just put their hands
a
inside him.
comic book
Okay.
hero, where it's
I'm
like
sure everybody's thinking the same thing I'm thinking here.
Can you really dive there? That is too hard, Sus. That's gonna be fun. That floor is flooded. Max, it is flooded up to the ceiling. I see. I'm gonna dive if there is a pass, Max. Yes, yes, and you? I've got no choice. I can't stop thinking about cold water, you know? What if too much water will get inside of the suit? And I will not get out. Do people use the suits for diving? If we do it right, we can. Will water get inside at all? Sure thing. But how are you gonna dry yourself?
I mean, he has like a waterproof like rain jacket, and the guy's like, "Do people use this for diving?" He's like, "I think if you use it right." What?
Talk about, I mean, there's zero plant. They're just winging it.
Oh.
I don't even know. They don't have dive gear, I guess. I don't even know what they mean by breathing underwater with a gas mask. Is that like
It only gets worse
a
from here.
made full face mask, but with no fresh air going into it? I have no idea. I mean, I think about it. You
It
see,
only gets worse.
anybody see a tank?
I'm going to undress and
keeps
put on the
escalating.
suit. Oh my gosh. No one has ever done that in the zone, guys.
No,
This
of course
city
not.
needs a new hero.
This
yeah.
city needs a new hero.
Are you scared at all? Sure thing I'm scared. You may get some radiation. I'm afraid not to get out of there. Well guys, we're gonna put there a camera. Water is really cold, Sus.
Oh, and it's cold. That's nice.
Obviously, I mean, they're Ukraine. It's just
There is something moving underwater. What? What is that?
Oh, it's a nuclear radiated.
New
That
species,
is a mutant.
apparently.
Yeah, Chernobyl, it's okay.
Well, they do say cockroaches would survive.
Super Zeus is almost ready.
That's his scuba
I
suit.
really naked Super Zeus? Sure. That's hard. What about underwear? Are you putting the mask on? Hey Max, are you going there? I don't know. I'm not going. Are you cold? Not yet.
No
Let's
shirt.
tie that thing, right? What are you doing? And this is connected now. Wow. Cool. I start worrying for you, Zeus. Why? What if you're gonna feel unwell there? And what? Do you wanna give him rescue breathing? If I have to.
It's like a train
Don't let
wreck
him die.
in slow motion.
He could kill me for hype.
I'm just sitting here stunned
Look,
because I'm like,
stop. What the fuck is this thing? Why would you ever take advice or go anywhere or do anything with this fucking person going, oh yeah, you know, there's a bit of radiation. Why do I hear? Oh, it's Beautiful Joe. What is that song?
nothing he has on has anything to do with scuba diving. This is not scuba diving gear.
Yep.
This is just stuff that hopefully is going to work as I submerge myself into freezing cold radioactive water. That's what we're looking at,
I
right?
mean, when you say it that way, it sounds
Well,
crazy.
It is. It's Chernobyl. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Do you remember that video when these filled the room with nitrogen? Yeah, and they died for hype. That was stupid. That is it, guys. Wish me luck. Remember me a good man.
This guy is trying so hard to be like this, like, badass.
Are you breath holding? I don't understand.
How's water?
hard.
I see. Does it get inside of his tooth? Not yet. Till I'm half in water. What is over there, Zeus? Some tunnels. Is there a turn to the right? Yeah. Is it far? There's a bunch of tunnels in all directions. Oh my gosh.
Tunnels.
Give me a camera, I can film that.
It's the new
Well
craziest
friends, I'm gonna
ever.
go there first.
The
Then I
newest
modded water.
crazy level ever.
Just move slowly. There's another intake wall door. Wow, it's okay
Cables
here so
hanging
far.
into the water, like what?
Some corridors. Oh my. What is there?
That is
the
so
tunnel split.
fucking terrifying.
Look at this.
It is minus 3 Celsius here. There are more doors here. Oh my gosh. Maybe that was an accounting office. What we've got here? Another intake wall door. There are some rooms, maybe for keeping organs.
Organs.
We're searching for the tunnel to reach the 4th power unit. To can't know where it is. It is a secret.
Ah.
There are doors, tunnels and so on everywhere. And radioactive water. What am I doing for YouTube, guys? That is minus 3 Celsius.
Okay.
And it's gonna be minus 6 down there. And minus 9 and so on. So there are even more floors below us. Oh, it's you. Where's the stairs to? No, but there are lots of corridors, 5 directions. Here and there, I didn't go farther. But this gas mask won't protect you from water, Zeus. It's not insulated.
I would love to know if Zeus is still alive. Right now. I mean, can you imagine the long-term effects or even short-term effects? Zeus may be like a new creature. It's a
Yeah.
new Zeus.
We have to be careful because when
don't
we
know.
laugh, people say it's like, "Oh, you're making
I'm not
fun of
laughing.
people's misery." Like
The only one
this
laughing.
is just so ridiculous. It's like
I mean, Gus
outrageous.
laughs. Gus laughs not out of. He's just.
yeah,
I know how you are. The shockingness of it is just makes you like
Right.
it's like a nervous laugh. You're not wishing harm. I'm sitting here
right.
saying because I can't help but think I would have guessed what other people are thinking. What happened to these guys? Like, did they get cancer or? I mean, seriously.
I mean, we're not even halfway through.
Okay.
That's a hell, guys.
They probably are going to get
Hard. So what, Zeus?
Oh, yeah.
like-
Put the hoodie on, just
Cold?
for extra protection.
Yeah. Do you see anything?
What is that?
Nothing at all.
It's going in
Oh my gosh, guys, he's doing that.
under.
That's a hell. What's up? Zeus, are you okay?
No.
Is it water? Hey, Zeus. That was a bad idea. About the gas mask. I was choking. What the hell? That
Statement
was
of the
hard.
century.
Guys, don't
at him
ever try this,
smiling.
please.
Don't ever try.
Three teeth.
Guys, don't ever try this, please. I'm going back in.
Don't try this at home.
I'm going back in, but you don't ever try this because I'm Zeus, and somehow I'm not affected by
Wow.
radiation.
You've seen what happened. Don't even try to swim in the gas mask.
Yeah. Don't.
He's diving, guys. Oh no.
What is he doing?
I don't see anything. It's too muddy. That's a hell, guys.
Free diving in
Zeus is
Chernobyl.
swimming.
With no mask, no fins, no nothing.
Water is ice cold. We need the scuba gear. Yeah,
feel
right.
bad for him because he looks
I didn't see anything.
disabled,
Water is too dirty. How
and
many floors
he's
are below?
currently swimming
2 floors
in
at least.
radioactive water inside of the
Is there a way to the power unit?
Not
That
much else
remains
to say
unknown.
about it. Just feel bad.
Oh my gosh.
That looks so miserable.
What is that, Zeus? So you're all wet. That suit didn't help at all. It is warm in it. Boots are heavy, about 10 kilograms each. Do you mean 10 liters of water?
He
Oh
thought
my
it was a dry
gosh.
suit?
Fully
It is your
flooded.
turn, Max.
This is a disaster.
Nope, I'm not going there.
Can't believe this happened.
Oh.
I could drown there. Guys, he was wearing socks. In the radioactive basement. Oh my gosh. When we were back to our shelter to pick our
So they got
things,
busted.
there was police waiting for us.
I was
We need the
wondering.
documents. Let's have a drink, maybe.
Yeah, so anyway, they got back to their shelter, and the cops were waiting there for them. And they were like, who are you guys? What are you doing here? They got busted.
And the cops are like, well, the reason why we're waiting here
Yeah.
and didn't come to where you were because we want to live.
Right?
And
So the guys are like, oh, let's just have a drink, bro. Like, relax. Like, they're trying to reason with the cops.
Dima just realized who you are talking to. Turn the camera off, Dima.
Busted. All right, so let's pause here really quick to read this. So we were taken to a local police station. I guess there's a police station in Chernobyl. Who knew? And I thought we were gonna be punished hard for everything, but it didn't happen. The police checked our passports, and that we haven't taken anything from the zone. So they luckily did not take anything. Although that guy was putting stuff in his pocket. So I don't know. Then we signed the protocol, and we were let go. Right? Wish us not to be caught, and not to make so much noise. And the main thing, how much we've been paid to do this. Like, did somebody pay you guys to like go diving in radioactive water? No, nothing. We did this for likes on YouTube. I was given a verbal warning, and that was it. So the cops just said, get out of here, don't come back. Bye. So obviously they failed their mission because they didn't bring the scuba.
well, they failed their mission, but there's a lot left of this video I'm seeing. So
Right.
I don't know what's coming, but we have 14 minutes left where they're doing something.
Right. So
let's
they were
keep rolling.
they were
Let's-
bummed out, and they
Look
went back.
First,
went back.
we want to go there on boats to explore it.
More prepared.
so much
Take
for the
your
verbal
seat
warning.
and let's get started.
So they decide to go into the tunnels on inflatable boats.
We're moving smooth.
You know, just because there's not enough sharp stuff that could bust these boats, that's the level of preparedness. And Susie's wearing
Special radioactive resistant rubber boats, probably.
a suit. Exactly.
Probably the water is so big, the boat needs to be leveled.
By the way, is it just me or does Zeus look different now? Look at his head. It's like something
He
changed.
lost all hair.
I don't know. He's glowing or something.
He's
The
glowing.
tunnels go in different directions. Wow, this is some kind of a
Cable
system. We are in a labyrinth.
This is amazing. There is a huge underground labyrinth here.
We are in the right address. This
in
is
the right
what
address.
we need. Wow, it's a cool
He's
maze.
died.
Guys, how are we doing there at the back?
The boat seems to be deflating.
I'll be honest. If I knew that this thing wasn't radioactive, how awesome would it be to go explore an abandoned nuclear plant? If there was no, I'm not going into a radioactive Chernobyl meltdown. Goodness, and then even
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's got that appeal to me.
Yeah.
Except for the radioactive stuff.
Oh, well.
Find a place from its leaking. I will give you a tape to stick it over there.
Look at this.
Well, you also have a hole in the boat.
Where?
What?
Of course.
Yeah. There it is. Look at the bubbles.
Susan will give you the tape. Can you stick it
All
now?
right.
Hey,
Good.
they're using-
Let's just
So
repair.
here's the tape.
Does that tape ring a bell? That's the same tape.
I told you.
Everybody knows that. You should use electrical, that kind of masking tape. That's what I used in my
It will
in the
repair
video
everything.
of my content. And you know, it works. Look at that. If he has purple Elmer's glue, then it's definitely no problem. They will
Yeah.
fix it.
Let's see if it helps.
Unsinkable.
Sus, take it. Well, guys, we have a hole in the boat and it's under the water, but we took a special repair tape which is waterproof. Let's see if it helps us.
Yes. Bam.
It's not sticking under the water.
No, it's not. We need to dry the boat and then stick it.
I'm plugging in. Are you ready to pump it up?
That
Come on,
other
do
boat
it.
is also.
I'm ready.
Has a hole.
Carefully, the tube can come out. Everything looks good. Keep going.
I didn't expect that there would be so many parting here. You can easily get lost. Look, the radiation will peel off my skin.
The guys are in panic. See what's going on.
Panicking.
Where's the boat? Stop. Damn, the boat is burst.
It's gone.
Accident.
This is like a.
Accident,
insane.
guys.
Everybody did hear that part, right? The radiation is peeling off my skin. I mean, I know I get it that they're like focused on the little leak in the boat.
Yeah.
That's the least of their worries. The guy's skin is
cares?
peeling off, man. Oh,
I'll try to paste over the tape.
Why the hell did they hand it there?
I don't know.
The boat is hissing. It's deflating.
Our boat is fine.
Come on, stick it.
It doesn't stick at all. Do you know what I suggest?
Hold it with finger.
Let's change places with one of you. Someone will close it with a finger and someone will sometimes pump up the boat.
Yeah, sounds good. Let me sit there alone. Is it deflating badly?
Yes,
Where? Try to cover it with finger.
my ass is already wet. It's sinking.
Hook it
that-
well to this boat. And keep pumping up. You have got a pump.
Where's the pump?
Pump!
This is going down. Are you holding with your finger?
Yes, and water, listen this.
my finger would not be going in the water.
Panic, guys. The exit here, of course, is huge. Everything will be fine. Pump up the boat.
I don't want to die here.
Guys, now we're going to assemble the scuba gear because it won't work out this way.
Here we go.
We need to go lower.
Scuba gear. Oh, sorry.
No.
Now we'll assemble our homemade scuba gear from an aquarium to dive into
Scuba gear.
-6 floor.
Finally. Very professional.
We rode and looked around the basement and understood that this point is the most suitable one for us. You see, the steps go down one more floor.
We took
Good
this
entry
large aquarium from the Soviet time made of heavy-duty thick tempered glass.
Oh, now we'll put on some
Pump, I think
protective
we'll use
glass.
from the boat because it pumps well. Air will be supple through these holes so that Zeus has something to breathe underwater.
Give me.
Okay.
Don't
When Gus said scuba gear, I don't know about you all, but I was picturing like atomic regulators and BCDs,
Yeah.
maybe a dry suit. This is their scuba gear.
Yeah.
need it in mouth.
Then we're in the ass.
Don't put it in your mouth.
Zeus, are you ready to dive in?
Yes, but the
Yeah,
water is
yes.
cold and I'm afraid that I'll freeze there. Alice, will you freeze there?
No, everything will be fine.
Well, I hope so too. I trust you.
Let's take the second pump from the boat right away and see if it fits or not.
By the way, was there any reason why Zeus is wearing a nice button-down shirt and jacket? Let's dress up for this mission.
This
Okay,
special,
looks nice.
special day.
Looks good, Zeus.
I don't know if you're following what's happening, but the guy's gonna have that fishbowl for a full face mask, and he's gonna breathe out of the hose. But the air coming through the hose will be with that pump that they were inflating the boat. This is not a tank or some kind of compressor. No, this is through a manual hand pump.
And if the manual hand pump guy just doesn't quite pump
Yeah.
at the right level,
Yeah.
things
So-
can go bad. Or
So what could
the hand
what could
pump
possibly go wrong?
breaks, or there's just so many wars that this is absolute insanity. I don't know.
Damn, what's wrong with the pump?
It's
I don't know whether it's worth using or not. Well, we'll now check it.
Great system. What do you want to do? Fill the hose with air?
Totally works.
Someone will pump air to Zeus in the diving suit like that?
Cave
Of course
diving.
it's necessary, or else how can he breathe the air?
and I'm
Well, it
sure they
sounds an
thought of
insane
signaling.
idea. So damn funny. I understand that his life depends on my pumping. Alex, the aquarium is fogged up.
Damn, what
at
can
the
we
inside.
do? Spit the air and wipe it. Spit it well. Oh, well, you have to do everything for survival.
Well, everything is fine.
Guys,
These are basement technologies.
When I say something, is it heard well?
Yes, we can hear you well. Now turn around, we'll attach the same load.
How is that thing not flooding immediately?
We're
when it
attaching
goes
to
up?
weights of 10 kilos each, in total 20 kilos.
They tied 20
Pump it.
kilos,
I'm already
44
doing that.
pounds.
Is it okay for you to breathe in it?
No fins.
I
How
feel a
does he
little
get up?
hot.
Hot? Are you getting the air?
Yes.
Fine, go down slowly.
What to
Good.
do
Get
with
out
the
of here.
loads?
Hold them until the aquarium is submerged.
A,
That's
B,
it, go
C.
to the floor below.
Buddy check.
How's the water? Not too cold?
what the fuck?
Didn't think about measuring the radiation here?
Walk slowly and go down.
They skipped it.
See guys, there are steps to -1 mole flow.
Dude, look at these massive weights. Just go, dude.
Well, now, Sus, squat down a bit.
It's the craziest thing.
Can't even believe it.
As soon as the aquarium is submerged, we'll release the weight.
Zeus, go
I don't know if
very
you noticed
slowly.
that, but even
Take
the
your
light-
time. Walk down slowly.
I don't know if that's a dive light. I saw masking tape around it as it's sealed up. Okay.
seal it.
Everything is just
The worst.
make it up and hope it works
The
out.
worst decisions, yeah.
And they're in radioactive water.
Metal
Yeah.
water will get in, don't worry, it's normal. Great, everything works.
Normal.
It works, come on, put the camera on him. Whoa,
You need to be very careful.
he's completely immersed under the water.
Zeus, be careful. You're doing well. Comrade, keep pumping up air.
Be careful.
The camera must be filming everything, it's waterproof and shoots really well under the water.
That is so unbearably dangerous.
It's so cool.
So
it
I
must
can't
be an
even
amazing
watch
feeling
this.
underwater there.
He's
It
literally
can't be
going under the
compared
water
to
with a
anything, you
fucking
just need
like
to feel it.
thing on.
While it's interesting state, I can't see anything.
The water's really cold, guys. Comrade, pump the air. His life depends on you.
Yeah, I'm pumping it.
It's
Oh, boy.
up with water, as expected. I'm actually amazed it worked as well as it is. Seriously, it's like, really, it actually kind of worked.
Yeah.
There's the
Nothing
light,
is visible there.
tape on it.
It's okay, come out. Hold my hand. Everything is fine. Take off your helmet.
Wait, let me get me one more try.
You know, we're going to get comments that we really have nothing intelligent to add. Because what can you say? It started off with no real words that we can offer as
man.
if you would have done.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
And today, believe it or not, we're reacting to Chernobyl.
How is
Active
there
plate.
more?
But we want to explore the passage to the fourth power unit.
Have we been here?
Yes, we have already seen it. There must be water down there. We
By the way, I want to mention this again. That's
really scary here.
A factor of O's. It will be terrible.
You think?
Without ice, you could just float up and breathe. But now it's impossible.
In this case, we have a spare tube.
This is not reliable. It will break.
This is serious, professional equipment.
You're lying. You bought this at a flea market.
This is cool equipment.
Guys, move on. We have a lot to do. If the stairs were stolen, we wouldn't be able to get in. Look at that crane.
Everything looks different in winter.
There are traces of hairs.
Or maybe it's not a hare. Maybe it's a fox.
Look, stalkers are climbing into the nuclear reactor in Chernobyl. Have you seen this somewhere?
It's hard to climb with a balloon.
Why did you take water?
keep calling it a tank
To
of
wash
balloon.
up.
I don't know
He
why.
came to Chernobyl to wash himself.
I dream of washing in the reactor.
These things weren't there last time.
Marauders continue to steal metal. Probably after our videos someone came here. And here too. This was not here before. Look, someone cut the metal out of the wires. Guys, just look how deep it is.
Remember they walked
Camrad,
over
be
this in
careful.
the last video?
Don't joke, it could be dangerous. Fine. It's high up here, and there's a pile of scrap metal underneath. What are you doing?
About 5 inches.
We can walk safely. But we keep our distance so as not to fall together.
That's what they're
Look how
worried
cool.
about at this point?
Here we will make a hole, and here will be our entrance to the water.
The ice is like on Baikal, perfectly transparent. Just don't go too far. Don't fall under the water.
Follow me, quickly.
Stop. Careful. The ice is already starting to crack.
This is so scary. Just look.
This is where they were with the inflatable boats. Like on that water, they were like, you know, punching holes in the boats and stuff. Now it's frozen. So they're like, let's just go walk. I mean, we're not going to fall through.
But it's just funny to hear him say, this is, you know, a area we got to be careful in. Not the journey through the radioactive dust, metal, ice, and everything else that's happening.
Exactly.
Look at my legs. You just have no idea how slippery this ice is. Look, there's something moving. It's a mutant. It's running away.
The hell?
What it is?
This is so scary.
God.
I don't want to dive there now. Get it out of there.
Carefully, the ice is rolling. It's frozen.
What kind of animal is that?
There is a barrel at the bottom.
Water.
Hope we don't fail.
It's a mutant. They said it's a mutant.
What it is?
Listen to this sound.
What happened?
Ice cracked.
Where? Wow, look what a big crack.
Let's get out of here.
Ice cracked.
I'm just in
it's
shock.
because of you, Vlad.
I really am.
It's all cracked. Let's get out of here. We're too close to each other. All the ice is cracking. This is no longer a joke.
It can be seen from the crack that the thickness of the ice is large.
See how cool you can see everything under the ice. What happened? What's there?
Behind me.
Let's go find
You
out.
guys are crazy.
Camrad,
If you're
what is
watching
there?
this,
Is the ice cracking?
crazy.
The sound is terrible. Look at the ice here.
Do you see this unusual pattern on the ice?
There must be thin ice. It's like ice crystals. Look, there are stalactites on top. Do you want to see too?
Do you see something interesting there?
Oh,
Holy moly.
Let's get out
Wow.
of here.
The ice is starting to crack. A little more and we would have fallen. Comrade, be careful.
It was a rash decision. It could be dangerous.
Yes, damn. I was scared. We finally got out of there. Well, guys, we still decided to break through this ice and dive there with scuba gear.
We came up with such a system. We have a rope. Here it is. This is a special diving rope with carabiners.
really?
Every 2 minutes, we will pull this rope, and I will submit the answer. Because the brain lives in fresh water for 5 minutes. In salt water, a record of 20 minutes saved a person.
What about radioactive water?
There may be
Yeah.
even less in radioactive water, but we hope everything goes well.
Tell the audience everything in detail so that they understand that we are professionals and we can dive into a radioactive nuclear reactor.
Look, this is the main
Professionals.
regulator. This is the additional one. This supplies oxygen to the mouth,
You put it in your mouth and breathe?
but it needs to be washed.
Okay.
Here air is supplied. Now I will show you.
Wow, you're going to suffocate from that pressure.
And with this, we pumped oxygen for Seuss.
I won't suffocate. Here are the number of atmospheres. Our pressure is 125 atmospheres.
Can we dive for an
What?
hour?
Yes, and it's too dangerous.
Seuss risked using this.
Yes,
And you?
I risk half as much as
It's
Sus,
not
but due to the
125
fact that I
atmospheres.
will swim further
No
than
way.
Seuss, I risk 5 times more. The
Probably 125 bar. That's what
Okay.
they have.
Yeah, they just they mistakenly said atmospheres. That would be 125 times, or 124 times 33 feet would be how many feet under they would have to be 125 atmospheres.
But
Right? Each atmosphere is 33 feet. It makes no sense.
Worst thing is that if something happens under the ice, he will not be able to get out.
To keep me from drowning, I have this.
Show how it works.
It should work. Our system is frozen.
Really?
Let's take this power plant. Turn it on. I'll make some tea and we'll heat up your system.
Tea
There's
time.
even a
It's
flashlight.
tea time.
that's right.
I also have a wetsuit. Wetsuit is a dry type. It is dressed with soap. This will be my second skin,
On a naked body?
so we won't show it.
The wetsuit is so small that in order to put it on you need to smear it with soap.
It is very dense.
Wow, it looks cool. Doesn't feel like rubber at all.
Inside it is made like leather.
Does this need to be lubricated?
This will be my second skin.
I understand. You put it on top and fasten it. Cool outfit.
I went to change.
The main thing is that you do not freeze there, but we'll make hot tea for you now. We have such a power plant.
You're gonna
Look.
freeze.
It works. 1 kilowatt of power.
1 kilowatt.
Yes. Pour water inside.
Pour some more.
What is the advantage of this power plant? That it shows how much power is consumed and how much time is left. About an hour it can work in such an intensive mode.
Does it heat up?
Yes, the bubbles are starting to appear.
Now we will make tea. Throw 2 dice.
That's a lot.
It's green tea. Tea 2003.
Oh, healthy.
Tea is awesome.
Now it's radioactive.
It's okay.
A little
Radioactive
radiation
tea
won't
is-
hurt.
What kind of tea will we have?
Come on, these two. The most important thing is that you can connect a solar panel here. This is for mains charging. Can it be charged?
It's just a cup of radioactive tea, but it's green tea, so it's probably healthy.
By car?
No, it's like a
Antioxidant.
booster. Has the water warmed
Diuretic.
up?
Yes.
Add it.
We had yummy. Yummy, yummy.
One is green and the other is pink.
This is a very
pink
cool tea,
one's good.
guys.
We will make
It looks
not
like dog
very
treats.
strong tea. Tea is ready.
In fact, any consumer can be connected to the power plant. I tried to connect the TV, and it wrote that it would work 20 hours. The kettle is one of the most powerful consumers, and it takes a lot of power. Fine, hot tea, what a thrill, and we also have cookies, and this is all in a nuclear reactor. Beauty.
Well, let's try tea. Meanwhile, their Vlad is changing
Fuck
clothes.
is like what
Our
is wrong with
adventures
that guy?
begin.
Can't I?
I don't even know what to say.
So it makes
It's
me
just
so
unbelievable.
fucking-
So entertaining. Now he's dumping hot water
Begin.
and soap.
Soap freezes.
I mean, how cold is that the soap is freezing?
They're insane. That's it.
Oh, snap.
It's so
I
fun.
offered him help, but he is shy.
I
Vlad,
love these guys. They're
can I
awesome.
help you?
Yes.
I'm coming.
He's probably ready. Are you ready?
So he's already dressed.
Why is everything wet here?
Well done.
Did you manage to put on your swimming suit?
It's hot.
Who
Didn't get
cares?
burned.
Why are you wet? And your nose is dirty. Are you warm in this outfit? Why are you barefoot on the ice? Radiation is here.
Everything is fine.
Did you hide your ears too?
Only the mustache remained.
Guys, this is a real man. Risking his life for YouTube.
In fact, I feel as
Real
warm
man.
as possible.
Holly Molly.
Holly moly.
Holly
What it is?
These are special swimming boots, because if water gets inside, I will freeze and die.
Because your feet are cold.
Are you warming
Not-
yourself?
I look like?
You look great, not bad. Class,
Guys,
nobody really did this. Seuss dived 10 feet deep. And Vlad wants to swim 500 feet.
Even more.
To the exit that goes through the corridor.
Corridor to the 4th power unit?
Yes, how will we communicate underwater?
I will pull the rope twice. Every 15 seconds.
you know, that's actually the first thing they said that makes total sense. That is how you communicate when you're ice diving. This is beyond insane. You've never heard me be this quiet during a video. My entire reaction is one word: insane. I really don't understand how they're going to live through this. I don't understand it.
Part one.
You pulled the rope twice. I pull twice in response.
Yeah, that's
If I
actually...
don't answer, pull me out of the water.
What if you get caught on a rebar?
This will be the end.
That's it.
No kidding, it's dangerous. Do you understand this?
I understand it.
We consulted divers. We just wanted to pay the diver to bring him here.
Not us.
And no one agreed. They said that we are idiots. Even a professional diver who works on sunken ships refused.
Of
The
course.
risk that something will go wrong is very high. Vlad, this is a risk.
And you stand
Really?
here and eat cookies.
What you're suggesting. So what?
What are you doing?
I sealed the hole.
Is there a hole?
Yes.
Holly Molly. What are you doing? Are you breaking ice?
Do you see how strong the ice is?
Whoa, cool. The water has already gone.
Don't drop the crowbar. I carried it through the entire reactor.
Look how deep it is. The ice is very thick.
Let me help.
The water is very cold.
No.
Say it.
You are doing well.
This is teamwork. Well, guys, while Vlad breaks through the ice, put likes. We make content especially for you. Vlad is a hero today.
What are your feelings?
The suit is leaking a little. But for about 15 minutes I think I can be underwater.
How?
The equipment is
doing this?
excellent. I do not feel the cold.
It is very cool. I don't see how that's possible at all. By the way, you need to attach a dosimeter to your arm, because there can be incredibly high radiation.
Guys, does anyone here know how to do artificial respiration? To give first aid? If he gets caught on this railing with a rope, we won't be able to get him out. Vlad, come on, won't you dive? Maybe we should not.
Hello, everyone.
You
My
gotta
name is
finish
Gus,
this.
Hi, I'm Woody.
and today we're reacting to part 3 of Chernobyl, which, by the way, I haven't seen. Oh my god.
What did
They're
the divers
busting
say
the,
about this idea?
Hello, everyone. My name is Gus,
Hi, I'm Woody.
and today we're gonna be. Hello, everyone. My name is.
Vlad is taking a big risk. For damn YouTube. Who pays
I
some
want to
penny?
see him put the dust.
We have one more dosimeter. Hope it will work.
Oh my god.
Let's check this one.
I fixed this one.
This one doesn't work either.
The battery is dead.
I managed to warm this one up.
That's great, Cameron.
Now we need to securely protect the dosimeter. Look how the radiation level has risen.
A little more here.
No, there's an important detail here.
Great, he's got a mask on.
Yeah, he looks like a diver now.
Show on camera. You look like a fish with a mustache. Now you will have a nickname, Catfish. Diver named Catfish. So, now we will securely fix Vlad. Wait, now I'll attach the mount.
I don't even know how to react to all this.
You will be the first diver at this location.
Welcome to the creepiest place on Earth. Now I will untangle the rope. That is, when you...
I can't even give safety points. You know how we like to always throw in a safety message here and
Safety
there?
third.
Here's the safety message. What the? Like, all of it. That's my safety message. Like, what?
go down, we have to pull the rope every 15 seconds.
Dude, look at the rope. It's all
If you
tangled.
don't pull back, we'll get you out right away.
Meanwhile, the device continues to work.
This is.
We can even boil a kettle.
Who cares? What?
Are you ready?
Oh my god.
He went there.
Check first.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do a
Sure, I'm
test
ready.
dive for the first time.
He's right. Don't go too deep. He went straight under the ice. Hold the rope.
Come back.
Hold the rope.
He went without instructions.
What is he doing? He went straight down. It's horrible.
How can we pull it out?
I'm worried about him.
I pull the rope, but he does not react.
But they said they had like a system, right? I think on the previous video, which I'm gonna link up here, in case you haven't seen it. I think they said something like, if I pull twice, you pull twice, we know that you're okay.
That is actually taught in ice diving classes.
Wow.
There's a signal mechanism via the rope. And there's actually a mnemonic for it. I got to go back and read what that is because I'm not like a regular ice diver. In terms of what each thing on the rope means, there's a mnemonic to remember it. I just don't remember it.
I would have thought it's like pull a bunch of times and I'm pulling you out, and that's it. That's the only signal, right?
Well, now there's a few other ones, but usually we have 2 ropes when we ice dive.
Oh.
Not one. One floats up on the top in case you lose the rope that's connected to you and your buddy. You always know, just go up to the ice and start sweeping around and find that emergency rope, which is connected to the tender on the surface. But none of this follows zero. There's no planning. There's no nothing. They're in a let's remind ourselves.
Yeah.
They're diving in a nuclear reactor. But forget the ice diving.
In an abandoned,
I mean, that's
nuclear
just
plant.
on top of it. So,
That's big.
I know. I'll just go under and start going. In a nuclear reactor, ice.
Let's do it. Oh my god.
It is so hot in my bedroom right now. Dear God.
He's touching everything, silting everything. Ice.
Oh, that just looks really horrible.
He swam out. I was so scared for him. Well, what is there? Does the equipment work?
Yes, everything works.
Oh yeah.
The stairs go to the right. It leads down.
Great.
Yes, now I want to go further.
You're wasting air.
Why it happens.
Close it.
Is something wrong?
Yes.
Don't waste your oxygen.
That's what happened to us in our ice diving class. If you don't
Regulators
keep that,
freeze.
Yeah, they freeze and they pre-flow
Yeah.
non-stop. So that's what's happened there.
Shut off the air supply.
Oh
I
my
can't.
god.
Can't shut off. Oh, yay, I made it. You tightened this knob very hard. You shouldn't have done it.
It's good that it happened here and not underwater.
What?
In the depths, you would have it worse. The radiation level has risen.
How much?
162.
I'm wondering why this happened. Maybe he pressed the wrong button?
Okay, so
By the way, it looks like an orca torch light. I just
yeah,
could be wrong.
it's not, but it does look like it because of that orange
like,
ring.
wow, cool.
But I will say, I wish it was. I will say that in Iceland, when I went diving in Iceland at Silfra, they said that the reason why regulators freeze is that they get wet and then the air that is floating around freezes it, because the air can go below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, and it can freeze whatever is wet. So what they tell you is keep your regulator dry, and once you put it in the water, never take it out of the water, because the water will never be, unless you're in like Antarctica where there's salt water and it can go below 0. For the most part, where these guys are, the water will be 0 or less, like, or, you know, warmer, like 1 degree, 2 degrees. So it will not freeze it if you keep it in the water. Right. But once you take it out, it freezes it. So
let's go.
These guys are like, why is it happening? Because you're out of the water. That's why.
Vlad, are you worried?
No, I think I found a bug.
Exactly. Come on, I'll help you. I turned on the tap. It is completely open.
Did you do everything right? Oxygen can go badly because of this. Maybe you need to adjust the flow?
Air.
Guys, it's very important.
What is it?
It's especially for the winter.
You're right. And the other one?
It's a spare.
I'm afraid the rope might get caught on something.
Or a hook?
It was necessary to attach a carbine here so that you could unhook it.
Yeah. What's the sound?
I don't know.
Look how the glasses are fogged up.
He'll be diving again very soon. Why do you need this rope? Does anyone know?
Definitely not me.
And not me.
Well, okay, let it be. Would you like to hook it up right away?
Is all the equipment in order?
Yes, it's okay.
Well, I'll try again.
Yes.
Let me see.
No fins.
The air in the container will last another 40 minutes.
It is perfectly.
What?
Then let him swim.
How do you know that?
Camrad, don't pull. Just need to keep.
That's what I do.
He went underwater.
It scares.
Exactly. I'm shocked.
It's a disaster. Okay, so he's terribly overweight, obviously, because he's going down like he's walking
Guys,
in there with
why did he go so far?
gravity.
Maybe not worth it. I'm afraid it might get stuck.
Maybe not worth it.
Oh my god, he switched
That
to
looks
red.
safe.
How do we get him out?
Wait a bit. It's okay for now. He is coming back. Is he going to go further?
He went on. Do you see it?
He is blinking.
Yes, red color. He says he moved on.
Wow. By the way, we're always thinking about
If it gets caught on a thread, it will be very bad.
always
Does
thinking
he
about
see something?
better ways to mount the mask and like which mount can we use and whatever. This guy's used tape and nail it.
Turn off.
Come on.
Again.
Yeah.
Wait, it doesn't work.
He's shaking.
But the equipment is good.
Well, how is it?
I know the reason. You didn't let all the air out.
What?
From the system.
No, it's not because of that.
What happened?
Better let the air out.
We already did that.
Not here. On another console.
It is better not to touch this remote now. It's frozen.
Yes, not yet.
You're out of the water.
It
Of
does
course
not
it's gonna
work.
freeze.
Give me a sec.
Let me warm it up with hot water.
Guys, please wait.
What?
I want to tell you what I have seen. Have you seen me or not?
Yes, we have seen everything. The light was red.
There is a staircase going down to the right.
Staircase?
Yeah, right. There is a secret passage there. It is very small. Looks like a square tunnel.
Is there a hermetic door there?
Yes, there is. This is what I wanted to tell you.
Can you try to look inside?
I didn't see
Yes,
anything.
I will go there.
Oh my gosh, but safety is more important. If the oxygen is gone, then come back.
Take care of yourself. Look
Safety
here.
is more important.
You can get hooked on something with this.
You are all covered in rust.
So it should be.
Oh, it's radioactive.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Catfish, be careful. Is your leg all right?
Yes.
Do
Come
they call
on,
him catfish?
get out of there quickly.
The radiation level
looking
is
for the,
very high. 15,000? That's a lot. I am not kidding. 14,400 now. But I don't understand why.
Guys, I am ready for my next dive.
Do not rush. Are you sure you checked all your gear?
I have one last chance to dive so deep. This time, I want to get to the bottom. I'll swim under the stairs. This will be the most dangerous. Hope everything goes well.
Now
my
you will
God.
be on the -6th floor. There is also -12 and -16.
He'll be at -12.
I do not know. Now I will turn right and swim down. I will dive into a small corridor. I'm ready.
Come on.
Okay.
I will say, if the radiation wasn't a thing, I would totally be in for diving there. All the way to the 12th floor or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Not in that ice.
No, not in ice. But I'm just saying, like in a building that is flooded like that, that's 12 floors going down that are flooded with rooms and all kinds of stuff. It would be awesome. No?
I just can't get the word, which is rare for me, awesome around this situation. I hear you. We could theoretically remove the ice and the radiation, right? But a lot of other issues like line traps, rust, metal.
I know, but I'm saying in
Maybe-
Sidewinders, on the rebreathers, it would be cool.
This one I may not actually go on.
I will be in for it.
Guys, but there is one important nuance. When I step into the water, I completely stop seeing anything. So I have to...
Having a delayed reaction to what you just said. Oh, on the Sidewinders. Yeah. Oh, well, that's different.
Well, it is because we're gonna be overhead.
Oh, then yeah, then sure. Let's
By the
dive-
way,
let's
speaking
dive
of
in Chernobyl.
awesome,
Watch. I have never seen anything like it. All right, let's go.
Definitely.
Wait, turn on the oxygen supply. Turned on?
oxygen.
Almost. Wait a bit.
Don't open too much. May burst.
I like
We
that.
don't need it.
Should I open to the end?
There's just so many
Yeah.
things.
I like that he has the primary regulator underarm and the octopus the secondary overarm, and the tank is so low. It's dumb.
There's
how
so
low it
many
is.
thing going on that are just wrong. You know, open the tank partially, free-flowing regulators exposed to the air.
So what I'm talking about is this thing should be like behind his head, like up here. Like that's how far away is. Like this regulator is typically back here behind his head. This secondary, the yellow thing, we call it the octopus, typically goes under your arm and stows within the BCD or it clips into something out of the way. And then the primary goes over. Now, that is a personal thing. That is a traditional way to do it. Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
There. Wait.
Ouch.
What could have happened to
Bang.
him?
It's a
Where is he?
Now we'll pull him out with something.
Crap.
Oh no.
Guys,
I don't understand. Where are you going?
where is he?
Where? Probably there. Wait.
Ouch.
What could have happened to
Bang.
him?
It's a
Where
mess.
is he? Guys,
How are we going to get Lat now?
where is he? We've lost him.
What should we do? Let's rake through the ice with a crowbar.
Something is happening to the water.
Bubbling.
But he's not here.
There is air.
Man, that water
where is
looks
he?
horrific.
What are we to do now?
Gotta dive. We have to dive.
Yes, we will have to dive.
He is here.
Oh my god.
There you are. And we were worried.
You really scared us.
What happened?
Ugh, it's hardcore. It turned out we were wrong. I could still get through. Well, there goes
Oh my god.
one more staircase down.
Oh man. The water is very muddy.
Yes, very muddy.
I thought you had already sailed somewhere. Like you're joking. Dosimeter protection is damaged.
Yes, it burst and the dosimeter went out. Oh man. The dosimeter died.
At least you're alive.
What are you talking about?
Now you will fall too.
Give your hand. Get out.
What happened to my carbine?
What carbine?
He's alive. Guys, he's alive.
Look how red his lip is.
I thought we were all going to jail now.
Sasha, I'm telling you again. The staircase goes down. Here. There are definitely 2 floors down. The first one is below us. The staircase goes there. A corridor. 1 room. The second room. Further, the ladder goes even lower.
This is -3, then -6, so there is also -9 and -12.
Maybe you are right. But
don't
it's
let
very
this
cold.
guy go
I
in
can't
again.
feel my fingers.
I'm sure.
It's radioactive. Don't drink.
Oh
Why are
my
you taking
God,
it in your
putting
mouth?
it in
The dosimeter is broken.
Don't take it in your mouth.
I don't do that. Never did.
We just saw you do
This
it.
could be our last video. Because I lost my carbine. I didn't understand how it happened that I lost it.
Are you very cold?
What carbine?
I didn't
What's he
freeze much,
talking about?
just a little. If I had moved away from the stairs, I would not have got out of there.
Equipment is not removed. Wow, you took it off somehow.
How could he not be freezing? Hi everyone, I'm Woody.
And I'm Gus.
Changing it up. Quick.
Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
Here comes the day of recording. We're going to check who got radiation and how much. Swimming near the nuclear reactor. 200 microrentgens here in the water. What are you doing? Sus, come out quickly. There is a high radiation.
No.
Sus, where are you going?
Alex, have you ever been tested?
No, I have never been tested. It will be interesting. Have you checked before?
No.
What about you?
None of us have ever checked it.
And did you swallow water when you were swimming?
Yes, I swallowed a lot. Now they'll be putting something in my ass, some kind of tongue and groove. Do you also tie up with a wire? Yes. If any of us turned out to be in danger, then we can be forcefully hospitalized in a psychiatric hospital.
Damn, if they find any particle, then what will they do? Will they call the police?
First of all, you'll have to tell where you got this particle from. You couldn't just find it on the street. You must have got it from some danger zone. And I'll be also condemned for taking it out of the zone. Wow. Hello, we'd like to get tested for radiation.
For radiation?
Yes, right.
Go straight and left.
Okay, thanks. They work until 3 p.m. and it's already 3:10.
Quiet, we'll sort it out. This is where we need. People's radiation is measured here. Let's go.
Sus's documents will be kept there because he swam in the radioactive water.
Good afternoon. Anyone's there?
Hello.
We were on an excursion in the Chernobyl zone, got into the water there, and now we need to get checked.
Okay, come back in an hour while we set up the equipment.
How much does this procedure cost?
About $2.
Is it done quickly?
Yes.
Then all 4 of us will get checked. Look what things are installed here. Yes, it's from 2007, so the alarm was updated.
Guys, leave me your exact first and last names.
Okay.
Will this data be transferred to law enforcement agencies?
This is in case if someone has high radiation sickness.
Of course, so that he can't freely walk around the city. He'll be socially dangerous. The police will be arriving now. Are you worried?
Yes, a little bit nervous. What if we are high radioactive?
Well, looking at this place, you can understand that it's not a conventional building.
Yes.
There's alarm on every door.
Well, what should we write there?
First name, last name, year of birth, address, place of work, position, height, and weight.
Really? Sus will write to Teleking instead of his name. In camera, you write Sergei Tracer.
Guys, come in here.
All together or in turn?
You can all come together.
Tell me, will it hurt?
Stand here and cover these places with your hands and feet. This will show the level of contamination of your hands and feet. I need to see if you brought anything dangerous here.
Looks like a serious checkup.
Get on the floor.
Now the hair has been checked. Maybe you will have to go bald.
All right, next.
Everything should be fine.
Put your hands correctly. Don't leave gaps. Let's go again. Go back and stand again and tightly cover these places with your palms.
I have burns on my hands.
Okay, I got it.
Comrades are playing around.
What is it? Wait, don't move. Yeah, it's done.
It was a superficial check and now it will be a serious one. This is to ensure that the apparatus is not containment with the surface particles. Well, there are some serious equipment.
You can come in.
Okay.
Sit in the chair.
Together?
Yes.
We just need to sit there?
Yes, just sit down. Sit back comfortably and relax. What's your name?
Alexander.
Now the next two sit down.
Are we done already?
Yes.
Guys, you have probably noticed that I began to use the new dosimeter spectrometer radio code 101 on its scintillation crystal. It's more than 20 times faster than conventional dosimeter on the gadget tubes. It is able to measure radiation at every point, even while running. You can record radioactive tracks on Google Maps. And the most amazing thing, it can identify types of radioactive elements. The device works up to 20 days on one battery charge. Just put the radio code 101 in your pocket or bag and carry it with you at all the times. If you find yourself in an area with radiation, the device will give a vibration and a sound signal. The body of the dosimeter has good dust and moisture protection. It has a cool mobile app for smartphones and a program for the computer. I will attach a link to this device in the description.
So guys, here are your spectra. The red area is the cesium area. We're watching it. If there is any radiation on you, then this will be seen by the level of radiocesium.
Well, what's the report? Is it too bad?
No, everything is already clean. You have no deviations.
All of us are clean?
Yes, but not fully. There are some minimum values.
What are these values?
Look, this is the level from which our device begins to register. For each, this will be a different indicator, depending on how long you sat here and on your weight. Someone has 434 MDA. This device shows that from such an indicator, it begins to register. It shows that you have 591 becquerel cesium with a certain margin of error. That is, this is the minimum value, absolutely insignificant.
Is it safe for our health?
Absolutely. Even if you constantly maintain this value, although you won't, you will get 0.02 millisievert per year. This is, so you understand, is less than an hour of an airplane flight.
Is it from internal radiation?
Yes, it is from your internal radiation. In this case, we measure all the gamma quanta that you have in your body. If the device finds something from you, then such a pic is drawn. This means that there is something in this place.
And what does this little pic mean?
Well, that's a good question. This is radiopotassium.
Is that the one in bananas?
Exactly.
So it's safe.
You all learned in school that there are isotopes. Potassium has between 36th and 44th. So the isotope potassium 40 is the only 1% in this natural mixture. It's radioactive. It is in our muscles. It turns out that a person is kind of a reactor. He constantly emits gamma quanta of K40. Maybe that's why we exist, because we have it. Radiation in small amounts is life. In large quantities is death.
Well, who has the highest?
The highest is 590, but this is absolutely not a significant indicator. This is a negligible indicator of radiation.
Can you tell me how much it will be dangerous?
It's dangerous when here it's 1.
1.
Yes, that is dangerous, but we have a reference of 0.1. Then we start to figure out where it got into the body.
It's like 100 times more. Well, our dosimeter showed an accumulated dose of 3,500 micron GANs over the air for 1.5 days.
Where did you go that you accumulated so much?
5th power unit near the 4th one.
Did you walk there with stalkers?
Yes.
The only thing I'll advise you is to have a general blood test to make sure that it's normal, since you have been there for so long.
He fell into the water in the inclusion zone.
Where? Right next to the reactor?
That's why we came here.
So that you're completely peaceful, I can look at one person on the camera.
What does it mean on camera? Can you see something in detail?
Yes.
Let's do it then.
As you fell into the water, then let's check here. Did you fall in these clothes?
No, I've changed them.
Okay, take it off and put on the robe.
The pic is already shown here. Should I undress completely?
Yes.
When he got into the water, he didn't ask anything, and now I'll check up. He has so many questions.
We'll go over there.
Well, is this an electrically operated, pressurized door, and there is a capsule? We can see here some cool Soviet things. Look, the pressurized door is electrically driven, that is, it closes automatically.
Weight 77 kgs?
Yes.
Do you know the height for sure?
Yes. Shall I go in?
Yes. Okay, the rest of the guys, please go out. Don't walk in sneakers here. Wait in the hallway.
I think they should have asked him to take a bath first. There is a shower room. Because if the air particle, then the apparatus can be infected.
How are you doing? Lie on the back.
Okay.
Relax and lie down for about 5 to 10 minutes.
How many tons of lead are there? Can you imagine? This is so that the outside background does not interfere from us, for example.
Is everything okay? Are you not afraid of a confined space?
No.
Then rest for 10 minutes.
There was a superficial examination on the chair, and this apparatus will now check everything to the core. I saw the air container of thick lead where the particles are stored. Where? I didn't see. It's over there. Are there particles? Yeah, let's go and see. Here in the container. Yeah, see, do you think that if they find it, then they put it here and store it so that it doesn't radiate? And what they find, they put it here, for example, on the part that is from some kind of graphite.
Guys, come in.
Shall we all come in?
Alexei, is everything all right?
Yes.
Lie down, don't get up. Look, here is the area of cesium, this point.
Well, this is a lot of gas.
It's nothing at all. There is no deviation. Here is his potassium. Everything is clean here. There are some minimum indicators.
As clean as a baby.
That's right. Before you here, a woman was tested for iodine, so she had a huge peak here on this register.
So if all check this way, then everyone will be completely clean.
Yes.
So basically, there is no requirement for any further test.
We are now in the abandoned city of Pripyat, the Chernobyl exclusion zone, and now we will penetrate into the inside.
And this is to increase the area.
There's a graphite truck.
7.
Why doesn't anyone dispose of it? Apparently the water is also radioactive.
Rather, let's go to another room.
Can do with this acid. Nitric acid is also a precursor.
This is a dangerous thing. You will not find it on the free market. Look how many test tubes there are.
It's all almost new.
Yes, the state is good. Everything shines.
Full of experiments, and this is what it is for. I got it. It's litmus paper. Or maybe it's filter paper.
So we are moving forward.
Sasha, show this to the viewers. It's a mushroom.
Look, radioactive mushrooms.
A mushroom grows from Soviet wood. Look, there is a little mushroom. There it is, in the corner. What about the radiation?
There is no radiation here.
And what's that? This is a business card from the USSR. USSR, Chernobyl.
Teplitsky Alexander Leopoldovich. His
Guys, we're going to the Chernobyl exclusion zone in the city of Pripyat.
Kherson and Kamrad gonna sail to Pripyat by boat. I really hope that if they see us, they'll take us for colleagues. Look here.
West.
Now watch the most important thing. Check out this sign.
You can't sail drunk on this boat.
It worries me that we don't have vests.
Look guys, this boat is upgraded. For it, such boards were specially made so that the bottom was flat and it flowed better, that is, with great speed. What is that?
Where?
The red one.
Patches.
Do they hold them normally? This is not the super sus method. It's necessary to use the stamp. Super patch. I don't think it will help for the kind of cards that they are usually done on our boats. Did you came up with it yourself?
Yes, while floating I realized that it's useless without such boats. They'll provide stability to the boat.
Well, hope it works. What is this? Transom? Is it transom for the motor? I thought it's a chair was for me. Quiet, we can be heard. It's called transom, right?
Yes. Alex, I'm thinking, today we're sailing by boat, and someday when we'll fly in a hot air balloon, Elon Musk will...
We arrived at the Chernobyl exclusion zone in Zaporozhets. Our goal is to enter the abandoned city of Pripyat through the dense radioactive forest, abandoned villages and guarded checkpoints. But not everything is so simple. The road is badly damaged by timber trucks. The car is constantly skidding, due to which it got overheated.
Open it.
Be careful, the car is overheated.
Damn.
Guys, the car is overheated. We'll wait until it's cooled down and then we'll continue our journey.
Maybe pour some water.
I'm pressing here to open it.
Gosh, look. We have a problem, guys. Our cooling system has busted.
Where do you see it? Show me.
It has busted.
Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
I am Woody.
Today we have, I believe this is our third ever reaction to a Rescue 911 video.
Don't really have the energy to do.
There's a lot of those videos that are about scuba diving, cave diving, that kind of thing. They're always fun. We kind of space them out, so we don't have like Rescue 911 every week. And actually this one has been on my hard drive for us to react to since like August, so for like 6 months.
Okay.
So I think I watched this, but I don't remember it. So this will really be like a first time reaction for me too.
Oh, good.
Which is pretty cool. So I don't really know what happened. So let's just start playing.
All right.
On March 19th, 1994, a group of 4 friends, who were all members of a Minnesota rescue team, went diving off the coast of Destin, Florida. What should have been the trip of a lifetime became a dark reminder that the sea is unforgiving.
Captain Kirk.
I had a feeling something was going to go wrong.
Stop touching stuff.
Touch it.
Major cancer surgery a year and a half before with 4 months of chemotherapy. And I knew he was still tired. But I also know what a careful diver he is. And he likes it, and I like him to be happy.
This doesn't look like Pensacola at all, by the way, but...
Cliff Schmidt was the most experienced diver in the group.
This was Mike and Rold's first time in saltwater, so they were really excited about it.
Look at the
Most
masks.
of the diving we do at home
Full face.
is black water, diving in ponds and rivers, removing cars, looking for evidence, bodies.
Rocky Whites had made more than 2,000 dives.
It was a 24-hour drive down here, and we didn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, from Minnesota to Destin, it's
Although
a
he
long
never dived
drive.
in the ocean, Mike Hubrid had been freshwater diving for 4 years.
Me and Roll Knudsen were partnered up, but between the first and second dive, I felt a little motion sickness. so I just decided just to stay on top. Roll then went over to Cliff and Rocky and asked them if he could partner up with them.
Yeah, I'll
Take Dramamine.
Got Rocky on this side,
Always.
and you on my side, and we'll just dive tight, okay?
We really are a close-knit group. We know breathing patterns, we know how people are feeling, so I had no concern.
Okay.
The Florida trip was basically a fun dive and also a learning dive. Cliff was training us in nitrox diving.
Okay.
Roll and Cliff were wearing the Aga mask that encloses your full face.
"10 to 15 minutes into the dive, I checked my air supply, then grabbed over and checked Rold's. His air was down to about 1,500 psi, which I felt was fairly low.
That's half a tank, by the way. I know that a lot of people around the world use bars, so that would be 1,500 psi would be around 100 bar. So it's 14.7 psi per bar. So 1,500 is about 100 bar.
For the amount of time we'd been down.
Right, so they've been down 10, 15 minutes. They're already half a tank. Whoa.
How deep, do you know?
They haven't said that, but...
It was at that point that we made the signal to head back to find the anchor line.
That's good. Use half, come back.
Yeah. And
little too late because it should have been thirds, but...
I didn't...
Is this a reenact? This is all footage as a reenactment?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to compliment their buoyancy. It's pretty good right there.
Find it. I thought I'd better check the air supply again just to see how we're doing. Roll is now down to 1,000 psi, and I was really kind of shocked, thinking that, wow, he's really going through air.
So once again, 1,000 psi will be a third of the tank since we start with 3,000.
And thumbs up doesn't mean good. It means we're going
up. Game over. Let's go.
At me, motioned up, which kind of caught me by surprise.
So far so good.
Problem.
I couldn't see any problem. He looked fine. He was just breathing a lot.
Oh. CO2. Is that a full face mask?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what's coming.
Really?
I haven't seen it, but if you have the mushroom valves wrong in a full face mask, meaning that air isn't leaving the mask when you exhale, you can build up a CO2 hit inside the mask, and that's going to start making you breathe like crazy. I don't know, but let's see. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Cliff was rotating, looking for the anchor line, and Roll just bolted away from us, headed for the surface. I still don't understand why he didn't do what we're trained to do, just borrow air from Cliff or myself.
I'm like, what? What just happened? Oh no. Oh, what happened to that
When I
guy?
looked back up, Rold was coming back down towards us, face first.
Dude.
He was headed for the bottom at a very fast rate of descent with his hands just dangling behind his body.
So looks like a CO2 issue.
Dude.
He hit the bottom in about 83 feet of water, face first, right on.
83.
That's...
Clifford and I picked him up, stood him up, and looked into his mask to see what the problem was. And his face was distorted.
I couldn't recognize his eyes, I couldn't recognize his cheeks, I couldn't recognize anything. I immediately went to remove the spider or the band that holds the mask on, give him air.
You know, when he fell back down, that may have created this barotrauma injury. I'm just speculating, right? Imagine coming back
all
down
the pressure.
and you're not clearing, you're not equalizing, you're not
Because
blowing
you're
out your
unconscious.
nose. You can't do that little bit to clear.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe that happened as well. But what caused him to go unconscious, we haven't heard yet.
Oh.
I don't know what dead people look like, but this was it. His tongue was sticking out as far as a tongue could possibly go. There was fluid coming out of every cavity of his face.
Oh, bro.
He couldn't take the air, and the only thing I could do was to get rolled to the surface right away. So we started a free ascent with rolled in tow at a much faster rate that I was comfortable with.
Dude, this is so bad.
And so rare.
This would be
very rare.
Nothing more than an exercise in bringing a corpse to the surface.
Captain, we have a problem.
So glad they surfaced near the boat, though.
All I was thinking is that, my God, somebody that I had certified, I have known as a personal friend, I took him on a dive, and now he's dead.
I don't know what happened.
It's hard.
Sucked back to the bottom.
You just couldn't tell it was him. That's where it's described as a big, gigantic hickey. You can see the perfect outline of the mask.
Some oxygen for him.
I do first aid as a normal duty with the Sheriff's Department. And I started positive pressuring him. And in positive pressuring, you're actually putting as much oxygen as you can into the victim's lungs.
That's very good. Chest compressions next. Hopefully.
As he exhaled, a bloody froth appeared.
We got the Coast Guard coming, rolled. Just hold on. Stay with us, buddy. Hold on, we're going to be there in a minute.
Within 3 minutes, they had a pulse back.
Unbelievable.
If I were to ever be involved in a diving accident, I would want that same group of people to be there for me.
Wow.
Wow.
The Coast Guard boat brought Okaloosa County paramedic Dan Harris to the scene.
Diving. We brought him up from 83 feet unconscious.
He looked like the old sci-fi human fly type thing. His whole face was probably going on a half again its normal size.
Clear. Valve's clear.
My fear is, can I get this man to a dive chamber alive? But to my surprise, he's talking to me.
What?
Dr. Mead, what we have here.
At Baptist Hospital, 63-year-old Roald Knutson was examined by emergency physician John Mead.
His symptoms were not consistent with the bends other than our lingering concern about his vision.
What about now?
We think he was extremely lucky.
Can you wiggle your fingers and toes
Get
for me?
X-ray in here.
Dude.
A year has passed since the incident.
Wow.
I felt the last breath, and I looked.
Hey, what's up, guys? Here for another Cave Diver React video. You have Woody and Gus, and today we're going to be reacting to, I think, a video that is a good reminder of why, if you're not trained to do cave diving, you should probably not go cave diving.
You definitely, 100%, should not go cave diving.
This is
unless you're with an instructor.
Who would ever want to do that? It just, to me,
very
going
unfortunate
diving
video.
in a cave seems
it was
like a
posted
fucking
to YouTube
terrible
a couple
idea.
months ago,
and it, to me,
and the person who posted
like
it
one of those
removed it
ideas
within like an hour
that
or something
you should
like
just
that.
not
It was only
follow
live
through
for
with.
very, very short period of time.
That makes sense.
I don't know if it was taken down by YouTube or if it was taken down by the original, by the author of it. I just remember that I shared the link with my other cave diving buddies, and when they clicked on it, it was gone already. It said like the video is now private or something like that, or it was deleted completely. But somebody managed to snatch this thing, so I've been hunting for it for like 2 months.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, till I found someone who actually gave me access to the video, and we're going to react to it. So you made a really interesting comment, which was, unless you're trained or you're with an instructor, don't go into a cave.
A cave diving instructor.
That's what I was going to say.
Sorry.
A cave diving instructor, because
Yes.
this video shows an open water instructor
Oh, no.
going into a cave.
That's like nothing. Means zero.
And before we go into the video, I want to show this. This is caveatlas.com. I want to give them a shout out. Cave Atlas is a great website when it comes to learning about caves and whether they're dry or wet.
Okay.
And they always have super detailed maps of cave systems. In this case, the events that you will see on the video took place at a cave system called Peacock Springs, which you and I have been on.
It's actually placed
how many times?
Love it.
Yeah, I don't know how many times. Love that place.
And I've only done the upper caves there, so no deeper than 60 feet when I've dove there.
Yep. So at Cave Atlas, if you go into resources and you go into the map, the system map, this thing will open up. And it's pretty big, as you can see, pretty detailed.
Oh, there's Woody's room. What a funny that it opened up right to that.
Woody's room, right. But typically where we dive from is from Peacock 1, which is right here, the entrance, and I'm showing it on the screen so people can see it.
Great.
If you notice, this little numbers in the system, Woody, what is that number?
Let's see. That number is that distance?
No, that is depth, right? How deep it is in feet.
Oh,
so one of the reasons why we love Peacock is because it's shallow. Shallow in terms of the dives that we do is shallow. So if you look at the depth, it's like 35 here. There's 15, 55, 53. Yeah, it's super tiny on your screen. 45, 65, this one right here. That is kind of what you're looking at all over. 51, 68.
Yeah, which makes it a wonderful dive.
That's feet, yeah. 20 meters, something like that. Not super deep, right? It's wonderful. We don't go into deco at all when you dive with rebreathers. It's great. Yeah. We love Peacock. Now,
and very little current.
Yep.
Right? There's no real flow. Typically no real flow, so really easy to swim in and out.
Now, Peacock has multiple entrances, let's just say, or sinkholes. The main one, I would say, is called Orange Grove, which is this guy right here, Orange Grove Sink. Yes. Love that place. Love Orange Grove. Great to get in. Yeah. And if you notice, the numbers continue to be the same, 46, 60, 44. But then there's some big numbers. Look, 130, 120,
I've never been
140,
there, those are.
172.
Are those a lower level passage? Like,
there is something called Lower Orange Grove, which is an entrance. If you notice, this is the one that we normally go to.
Yep.
It's Orange Grove. We go in, the line ties up like around here, and then you go in the cave. And, you keep exploring. Challenge sink is that way, whatever. But if you go to the left, and there's a bunch of like rocks and branches and whatnot, there is an entrance, a rocky entrance, that will drop you into Lower Orange Grove. Yeah. Very tight, very advanced dive. Like last time I was at Orange Grove, I told Brian, hey Brian, since now I'm Normoxic certified and all of that, should we do Lower Orange Grove? And he was like, probably not. I wouldn't do that. Not because he didn't think I was advanced enough or whatever, but it's because it's pretty tight and really deep, right? So anyway, this entrance right here, Lower Orange Grove, really, really rapidly becomes very deep. 172, 140, 120, 130. Very deep, kind of circle, and then you come up. So the premise of this video and why I'm showing this is because open water instructors without cave diving training, with a single tank of air, which seems to be nitrox, by the way, went into Lower Orange Grove.
Wow. That's really dangerous. I don't care about the fact that he's an instructor or not. As a matter of fact, that's one of the biggest things that they say is a lot of these folks think, well, because I'm a dive instructor, I can go cave diving. Just assume that if you're going cave diving, you're starting brand new all over again.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what level of diver you are.
That's right. So here we are. Let's watch.
He has one tank.
One tank.
Open circuit. So is that an 80 cubic foot tank?
Looks like it.
So just to put it in perspective, one quick reaction would be, how far could he go in this cave, basically on open circuit? rule of thirds isn't even applicable. On open circuit, you should do rules of 6. I don't know, 50 feet back in the cave, maybe maximum.
You see the entrances; they're leaving it
Not
behind.
very far. Couldn't go very far.
Nope.
I mean, not more than 50 feet. You could go back probably.
You shouldn't go anywhere.
A few hundred feet. You shouldn't go anywhere.
So you can see the entrance into the cave system is that hole right there. That's how you get in.
That's the lower?
That is lower Orange Grove. Yep. So he goes into the hole.
Is there a line? Does he have a line on him?
Nope.
He's going in there with no line right now?
Correct.
Oh, boy. Wow. This is such a violation of basic cave diving rule.
Yep. No line.
He's by himself?
Yep.
You know, if he turned around right now, you're already lost.
100 feet already. He hit. And he's like, you know what? Let's go deeper. By the way,
I cannot believe he did this.
we know who this guy is. Here we go.
Wow. Really?
Yes. I'm not going to mention any names in this video or post them on the video.
Gosh,
because
this is so violation.
I think that he's been hammered a lot from this. But look.
I mean, number 1, he violated the training rule.
Yep.
Number 2, he violated the guideline rule.
Yes.
Number 3, he violated the air rule.
That's right. 3 out of 5 broken.
4 is the depth rule. I don't know what depth level he's trained to. And 5 is
highly,
does he have 3 lights.
Highly doubt.
So he
has
violated
3
all
lights.
5 rules of cave diving.
Correct.
And he survived.
145. Completely doubt this guy.
There's no way as mixed gas,
trained.
does he?
He doesn't have mixed gas.
So
One
he's-
single tank.
So he's narked.
Look, he found a line. Look, found a line somehow. This is
line-
probably the cave line that you should have been coming in with a line from the surface.
That's the main line
to tie up.
of the lower cave.
Correct.
He violated all 5 rules of cave diving. I mean, this is the reaction. There's not one rule he has followed.
Within like 20 seconds, he violated all 5.
All 5 are... Normally, if you did violate all 5, you die. And actually, if you violate any one of them, you die.
Well,
so
just
he
watch.
violated all 5.
Yep.
Okay.
So he found a line. You would think that
That's a main line. I
That's
can
the main
tell.
line.
Look
Yeah,
how
it's a
thick
goal
it
line.
is.
You would think that he would probably like let me stay in this line.
He's
and
checking
do
in his air right now, or computer, his deco.
Yeah, he's checking probably his depth. He's like,
I'm
gonna go.
He's narked.
I'm gonna go explore away from the line.
Oh no!
At 145 feet. There's the line. He's like, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, he's completely a novice. This is so dangerous, guys. Please never ever do what he's doing. Wow, he's going deeper back into this cave. On open circuit. Please tell me the end of this is somehow by miracle he lives and gets out. But, man, he's really, really violating so many rules. Why are you doing this?
But you know, he's an instructor, which means he knows everything.
Did somebody not tell him never do this? You know there was a big sign when he went in, the Grim Reaper cave sign that said if you are not properly trained, do not go any further.
He ventures away from the line. Like the line is over there. He just ventures away from it. I wonder what's down here.
The reason I'm not having to say much is because it happened at the very beginning.
Turning around 153 feet.
Wow. He violated all 5 rules of cave diving. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
No trim.
I guess he's kicking from
no frog kicking. So
152. He has a Tarek though, so that's good.
No, he's this is going to be silted out.
Yeah.
Looks
Who knew?
bad.
Who knew that all of those flutter kicks they work
Whoa.
at sea so well don't work at all inside a cave?
No,
Look at this. Dude.
This is really dangerous what he did. He has no training whatsoever.
Where is the line?
The line, I have no idea. He's lost the line.
Okay, there's
there
the line.
it is. But the line doesn't go all the way out, you told me.
Nope. He doesn't have a line to the exit.
That's really bad. So that'll get him to only to where that line started.
Yep.
I know he already knows that he's lost. You know he doesn't know where to go right now.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Follow this line. Goes that way. Okay, I got it.
No, he's probably already pretty nervous.
Yeah, he's not looking back because I bet if he looked back, it will be like
not only that
silted.
No, but
100%.
I think he knows in his mind right now that, oh man, you know that after this line ends, I don't know exactly where to go. I bet he's already thinking that.
Yep. The line's gone.
Man, did he silted out bad?
Yep. Was it this way? I don't know. No, that's not the hole that I took to come.
This is so scary.
If only I had a line to the exit.
I mean, if only I was cave dive trained. And he's really deep, so he's going through his air very quickly. He's at 5 atmospheres.
Yeah, he's like, where the hell is
6
this
atmospheres.
exit?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm actually sitting here and I'm nervous. This is like a scary movie to me. Oh my gosh. Please find the line.
Oh, the line is over. Remember that the line...
Please find the exit. Where's the exit? It's really scary.
Silk it out.
He's just moving around.
Look at this.
He's just moving around. He has no idea where he's going. How did he... This is pure luck if he gets out. It's like rolling the dice. Maybe I'm going to get out. Really, it's total luck. I mean, there's not any visibility. No line. Minimal air. No cave training. And he's narked. I never want to be in this situation. Everybody, this is not cave dive. Is that light that he did? No, that was his light. Oh, I got excited for a second when he found the hole. What my reaction is, I'm praying for him. He's just got to have luck. The only thing. This is what gives cave diving a bad name. He violated the rules. It's not that cave diving in itself is bad. He didn't follow the rules.
Look at the visibility.
No, it's a disaster. Can you imagine if his light goes out? Found the hole. Wow. Oh man, did he get lucky? This guy, is he gonna make a deco stop? From 150 feet? No way. He has really put himself in danger. He doesn't have oxygen tied off at 20 feet. I'm just saying, I want people to hear what should have been planned here. He should have oxygen. See you on the next dive. I'm not diving with you on the next dive. My reaction is, Gus, the guy got extremely lucky that he's alive. He violated all 5 rules of cave diving.
Within the first 20
seconds.
So
let's review them one more time, everybody that's listening. Number 1, training. If you aren't properly trained in cave diving, you don't go. So that's already immediately violated.
That's right.
Guideline. Always you're on a line all the way to the surface. Violated, would we agree?
Yep.
Immediately. Like in the first second he violated.
Absolutely. Air
management. Open circuit cave diving, I think, is actually rules of sixths. 1/6 of your air is the farthest you would go back. He has 180 cubic foot tank. It doesn't have the proper air to deal with his deco. I mean, I would have put 100% oxygen at 20 feet, so air is violated.
Yeah.
Depth limit. He's at 150 feet on air. I mean, I don't know what he's trained to, but if he's not trained on mixed gas, meaning that there's helium in his tank, you're so narked.
Yeah.
You're completely narked at 150 feet if you're on air. So that 4th rule is violated. 5th rule, I doubt he had 3 lights. Do you think he had 3 lights? Based upon the fact that he violated...
I don't think he owns 3 lights. No. Let alone have him on the dive.
Miracle he survived.
Yeah.
And he has no training. There's no proper trim. The whole cave is silted out. Luck.
Yeah.
My reaction is, do not even think about going into a cave.
Yeah. And these are the unfortunate situations that happen in cave when people drown.
Why did he post this video? To show that I don't know why he would have posted it.
To show that he made the dive?
Man, he must have been really ridiculed. I bet he's taken a lot of heat for this.
I think that's why he took it down.
Do you think he ever got cave trained after this?
He should have. I mean, if you want to go in caves, get cave trained. Like, we're not... I don't want people to think that we're here sitting, like, in our high horse being like, oh, we have this training and no one else can do what we do. No, everyone can do it. You just train. Go through the training, right? We're not superhuman or super divers. We just learn how to do it.
I just hope after this experience that he got lucky and lived, that if he is interested in cave training, that he went and said, wow, I really see why I need to be trained. I hope. But yeah, I don't know who it is, so.
Yeah.
You'll tell me after the video's over. You said we know him, so you can tell me off camera.
I'll tell you. Yeah, very, very disturbing when I saw it. Really, really bad. And again, I think that accidents like this, when people drown because they do something like this, it goes into the statistics as a cave diving death. So for people like us, when they say like, well, cave diving is the most dangerous like diving you can do, a lot of the deaths in cave diving are by people who are not trained, who violate the rules.
They actually say that you can almost always attribute it to one of those 5 rules that we just stated.
Correct.
Were violated. If you didn't violate one of those 5 rules,
I don't remember the numbers. I think like when it comes to the actual danger of like you're following the rules, you're doing everything by the book, and the cave just collapses on you, like that was your day to die. Those are like what, like 2 in history or something. Yeah. It's not common to die doing cave diving if you're following the rules.
Properly. Okay. Yeah. Good one. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Scary.
That's all we do, and we upload 3 or 4 times every week. So if that's of interest to you, the next time you're in a very crowded parking lot and you see the like button driving around looking for a spot, flag them down and point to your car suggesting you're going to leave, and then go to your car and stand there fumbling for your keys for a few minutes, and then just walk away. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. All right, let's get into today's stories. In 1918, during World War I, British soldier Henry Tandy found himself stationed inside of a trench in northern France. By this point, Henry was already considered a war hero, and he would go on to become the most decorated British soldier in World War I. But his awards are not what he is remembered for. On September 28th of that year, after a long day of fighting, Henry was propped up on the edge of his trench looking out towards the German line. It was dark and quiet, and there was mist in the air, and at some point, Henry noticed a figure way off in the distance walking towards him. Henry instinctively raised his rifle, but he didn't pull the trigger. He wanted to make sure who he was shooting was his enemy, because it could be one of their own men who got wounded and was making his way back to the trench. And so Henry's looking down his gun, staring at the sky, waiting to figure out who he is, and after a few seconds, out of the mist walks a badly wounded German soldier, so it is his enemy, but he wasn't carrying a weapon, and he didn't appear to understand he was walking directly into Henry's sights. Henry aimed his rifle right at this German man's heart, but he didn't pull the trigger, and the man just continued to walk directly towards Henry until he got about 30 meters away, at which point he stopped and looked up and realized his mistake. But instead of trying to run away, he just stood there and stared at Henry, seeming to accept the fact that he was about to die. Now, Henry had shot many men during the war so far, but he just could not bring himself to shoot this unarmed, wounded German who just looked kind of pathetic. And so with Henry's gun still up, he glanced to his left and he glanced to his right to make sure nobody was watching, none of his comrades were going to see this, and then he lowered his gun. And then Henry and this German man just stared at each other for a while until the German man just nodded his thanks, turned around, and wandered back into the mist out of sight. The man Henry had just saved was Adolf Hitler. In the early morning hours of June 10th, 1994, Deborah Hoyt suddenly woke up in the middle of the night. She and her husband were staying with relatives in Sacramento, California, and they were supposed to be there for the next couple of days. But as she was sitting there, she had this overwhelming urge to want to leave right then and there and head back to their home in Lake Tahoe. Because she didn't really know what to make of this overwhelming feeling, she shook her husband awake and told him about it. She thought that maybe something was wrong, and he said, you know what, you probably just had a bad dream and you're kind of waking up still half in your dream. It's not a big deal. Just go back to bed. I'm sure everything is totally fine. And in the morning, if you still want to, I'd be happy to leave. And so Deborah said, yeah, you're right. I'm totally overreacting. I'm sure it was just a dream. And she laid back down to try to go back to sleep. But as she laid there, that sense of dread that something was wrong and that she had to leave right now, it was just growing and growing and growing until she just jumped out of the bed and she's just standing in the room and she says to her husband, honey, we gotta go right now. I don't know what's wrong, but we gotta go right now. And her husband did not want to go. And he said, come on, Deborah, get back in bed. It's not a big deal. But she was adamant. She said, get out of bed. We're leaving right now. And so begrudgingly, her husband said, okay, we'll leave right now. And so the two of them hastily packed up and then went downstairs and left a note for their relatives explaining their absence, and then they got in their car and they drove off. After a little while, the couple reached a very dangerous section of their journey back home. It was called Bullion Bend, and it was a very windy road up in the mountains where one wrong turn and you're going flying down the side of a mountain. After driving through this area for about 15 minutes, they rounded a particularly sharp turn, and as soon as they made the turn and could look down the road, Deborah, who was in the passenger seat, she saw up ahead on the right, off the side of the road several feet, something that was just lying there on the side of the road. She didn't know what it was. She thought it was maybe a bag or some trash or maybe a dead animal. And at first she was just going to dismiss it. But as her husband drove closer and closer to it, the light began to illuminate it, and she looked at it and couldn't really discern what it was until they were right next to it. And she looked out her window and she noticed it was a woman's body, a woman who had no clothes on, who was just lying there totally motionless. And Deborah immediately turns to her husband and says, honey, I just saw a dead woman on the side of the road. And her husband immediately is kind of panicked and doesn't slow down. He just keeps driving and says, hey, should we stop? Should we turn around? I mean, maybe she's not dead. Maybe we can help her. But Deborah at this point is now terrified, and she's saying, no, keep going. Don't go back. I bet it's a trap. Someone probably put her there, and they're going to lure us in, and they're going to attack us if we try to stop and help her. And so in this kind of chaotic, frenzied reaction that Deborah and her husband are having, they decide that their best course of action is just to drive on and find the next payphone and call the police. And it just so happened that less than a quarter of a mile away was a ranger station with a phone. And so they pull into the parking lot, and Deborah calls the police. The police tell her to wait inside of her car, and they'll be out in a couple of minutes, and they're going to need her to bring them up to where she saw this body. So a couple of minutes goes by, the police show up, and they tell them to drive back up the road, but stop about 200 yards short of where you believe this woman's body is. And so Deborah and her husband, they get back in the car, they drive back up the road where they came from, and right at this point where the road turned very sharply is where Deborah knew on the other side of this turn would be this body. And so they pulled over on the side of the road, the police came up on their side, and they said, yep, right around the corner, you're going to find her lying on the ground on the left side. And so Deborah and her husband are just sitting in the car watching as the police go up, they make that turn, and they kind of disappear out of sight, and then they see their spotlight moving around on the other side of this turn, and so they figure, okay, they're looking for the body. But after several minutes, the police came back down the road, and they stopped next to Deborah's car, and they said, you know what, guys? We didn't see anything up there. There wasn't a body. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. And Deborah would say to police, I'm not lying. I know what I saw. It was a woman's body right there in front of me. I know it. It's right over there. And they would tell her that we believe you, but we can't do anything because there's nothing up there. And so they told Deborah and her husband to just head home, and they did. After Deborah and her husband took off and were gone, the two responding officers drove back to their police station, and once they were inside, they began speculating about what Deborah might have seen. And as they were talking, another officer came into the station, a guy by the name of Rich Strasser, and he overhears them, and he goes over. He's intrigued, and he asked them, what happened? What did you see? And they explained to him that this woman, Deborah, had spotted a supposed dead woman's body up on Bullion Bend. And as soon as he heard Bullion Bend, Rich remembered that just a couple of days ago, they had received a missing person report of a young woman named Christine Skubish and her young son named Nick, who had gone missing, and the last place they had been seen was up on Bullion Bend. And so Rich wondered if maybe there was a body up there, and maybe it was Christine's. And so the next morning, Rich got up early and he headed out to Bullion Bend, and when he reached the exact spot where Deborah had claimed to have seen this dead woman's body, he found a children's shoe. And so he stopped his car, he got out, he picked the shoe up, and he's looking around, and he's looking for anything else that's out of the ordinary, but there's nothing on the road, there's no skid marks, there's no other debris, there's no other clothes, there's nothing. And so he walks over to the guardrail that overlooks this very steep embankment, and he looks down the other side, and at first all he sees is just trees everywhere, but as he's looking, he thinks he sees more clothing farther down the mountain. And so he climbs over the guardrail, and he very carefully maneuvers his way down, and after only a couple of seconds, he reaches a clearing in the branches in the trees, and he can see down to where the train kind of levels off, and right down there is a smashed up red 4-door sedan. It was the same type of car that Christine Skubish had been driving when she went missing. And so Rich ran down the mountain, following debris all the way to this wrecked car. He goes around to the driver's side, and he looks inside, and there in the driver's seat is Christine Skubish, and unfortunately she was deceased. And then on the passenger seat is her son, Nicky, and he is alive, but barely. He had gone 5 days without food or water. And doctors would say when Rich found him, he probably only had about 1, maybe 2 hours before he would have died as well. Authorities believe Christine fell asleep at the wheel and she drove off that embankment. Initially, Rich believed Deborah must have seen Christine when she was driving through the mountains and saw that woman on the side of the road. After her accident, Christine must have gotten out of her car and then climbed up that embankment and then laid on the road, hoping someone would see her, and then when no one stopped for her, she went back down to her car where she ultimately died. But according to the coroner, that would have been impossible because when Christine crashed off the road, she died on impact 5 days before Deborah saw that woman on the side of the road. so it could not have been Christine. To this day, no one knows for sure who or what Deborah saw on the side of the road. But it is objectively true that Rich only investigated Bully and Bend and found Nikki alive because of Deborah's police report about this dead woman on the side of the road. And Deborah was only on that road because she had had this totally weird middle of the night urge to suddenly leave a relative's house and drive up into the mountains, something she had never felt before and didn't really know how to explain. So either this is an extremely strange set of circumstances, or Nikki had a guardian angel.
I feel like there are ghosts. Like I genuinely.
In early 1983, residents of the Cranley Gardens apartment complex in North London began complaining about their drains being clogged up. Initially, their landlord was dismissive and said, "Oh, it's just an old building, it's old plumbing, and that's why it's slow." But eventually, the landlord conceded and asked a plumber to come out and have a look. And so, on the evening of February 8th, an experienced plumber named Mike came out to Cranley Gardens, and after learning what the complaints were, he went around to the side of the building and he opened up a drain cover to have a look inside. As expected, when he shined his light down, he saw wads of hair and napkins and other things kind of mashed together, clogging up the pipes. And so he reached in and he began pulling this stuff out and putting it in a bucket right next to him. And then after he had cleared the majority of the obstruction, he reached his arm all the way into this pipe to feel around to see if there was anything in there that he just couldn't see. And at some point, as he was reaching, when his arm was almost completely into this pipe, his hand hit a major blockage. And so he moved his fingers around to try to feel what it was, but he couldn't tell. It was something that was fairly soft, but there were some hard things inside of it, like sticks or rods. So he grabbed a handful of this blockage and he pulled his arm back out of the pipe. He opened his hand, and what he was holding looked like ground meat, but it wasn't any meat he had ever seen before. And inside of this fleshy substance looked like little bits of bone. Now, Mike had cleared many pipes before, and he had never seen meat be the reason for a blockage. And so this whole situation just seemed really strange, and he decided, it's late, I'll just come back tomorrow with my supervisor so he can see what this